You're listening to Elevate, powered by Marmiro Stones. Real stories, real insight, whether you're designing the dream, building it, or living it, we're here to spark ideas, share knowledge, and move the industry forward. Let's get to work.
So talk about, like, we've known each other for a while now. Our relationship has grown more than just uh, a business relationship, right? We'll talk, we're both free, and we'll grab some lunch and just kind of sit down and just talk about life. And your family's growing too, which is great. Congratulations. But it's, business is not about business. It's more about creating those relationships. And I thank you for our relationship. And because what I want to get at is relationships with us, but also relationships with other people in the industry. We're sitting down doing this because it's not to promote Currin Outdoor Living, or it's not to promote Marmiro Stones or the whole experience. It's more about educating the world and other people that, hey, listen, it's about relationship, and it's about creating that bond, and creating it's a lot of people that those, we call them the one-offs, right? Or they'll buy one thing from you and never hear from them ever again. And I guess there's a need for that, but I think we all need in this world like good relationships and good bonds. So I thank you for that.
So I think if I'll hit on relationships real quick. So one of the biggest, I guess, pieces of our business, and we call that our mission statement, right? And so for us, there's a few very, very important things about that mission statement that make us who we are, and that's in order for us to honor God with our gifts and our talents. We're going to create beautiful spaces for people to build relationships in.
Yeah.
Period. And that's what we set out to do. We do that both in the workplace or relationships. So relationships are so important that we must do them everywhere, right?
Sure.
In the workplace, the way in which we care for our employees, we really drive that home, whether that's the benefits we offer, the putting them in the right seat on the right bus.
There you go.
So they're using their talents the right way.
Yep.
Corporate chaplains, right? Really being able to care for that person at work and outside of work.
Yeah.
So inside work and outside of work. And for our clients, we want to get to know our clients, right? In order for us to produce the right design and ultimate build, we have to understand them.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that means getting personal.
Yeah.
Right? Understanding what do you like, what do you not like, what are your expectations, what are some things that make you happy, where do you like to vacation, what kind of food do you like, understanding the kids. And I think part of that is just people being good people.
Yeah.
Right. Trying to be friends with someone. And yeah, it is business at the end of the day. They are paying us a price for a product, and we're receiving that money to deliver the product. And yes, there's a transaction there. But I think ultimately we want more than that.
Yeah.
We want someone that we can text and chat outside of work about different things, or even when I show up, I can talk to Steven about how's he doing, right? What are some things going on in your life, and kind of following up on like the things that they might be struggling with. And it's fun to wrestle with those things with other people, and I think you find you're not alone at times. Taking that a step further, I think it's so important for us to build relationships with our vendors, right? So that we can have great dialogue when projects come up, and we feel like it's more than just hey, I need this product, give me some money, give me the stone, right? Yeah. It's like, no, let's talk through it. Let me give you some advice, right? Or even people that because of our relationship, you're introducing us to other amazing tool builders and designers that do top-notch work, and I get to engage with them and grow personally, right? And then there's other people that I get to give back to, now that we've gotten to a certain level, really passing that knowledge on. And I think in order to do so, in order to have those conversations, in order to pass that knowledge, it really comes down to the relationship that you have with that person.
Yeah.
I think with this client in particular, we had developed a pretty great relationship early on, which allowed them to trust us, which ultimately allowed us to do more than what they thought they wanted in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then even having completed the initial pool patio project, that stemmed to even more landscaping that they then had us come back for. And then we did a 550-foot long driveway for them out of papers.
Yeah.
So I mean, that was a really cool sale, but it was like, again, they wanted that project to be like that next level.
Yeah.
And it was really nice having that relationship, allowed us to continue serving that client.
Yeah.
And serving clients and serving people is not always, hey, like I can build a patio for you, right? You can give me money and I can give you a product. It's not always service that way. Well, of which that's what we do. It's also like, hey man, I've got a great buddy who can help you with that issue that you're dealing with, right? Or hey, I've dealt with something similar with my kids. Let me talk to you about that. Or maybe like, hey, I'm dealing with something, and I see that you have some kids that are older than mine. Like, how did you deal with that?
Yeah.
And I think that's just, I don't know, great people skills.
100%. Yeah, that's great. I mean, if we get back like to the business side of things, because like you said, you brought up a great point. When you are meeting other pool builders, and you don't work with the same pool builder every single time, hire as their hardscaper, landscaper to come in behind them, and then sometimes there may be a good relationship between the two, but most often there's not a good relationship or communication between the two parties.
Yeah.
Right.
It's almost like they're working behind each other, but not working with each other.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So for us, whether that's building a pool with someone or finishing work behind someone, there's times when that definitely happens, or building it ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. I think what led to the selection of using Carolina Creations in this project really came down to some of the complexities of the project. There were timing concerns with the project. This client wanted it done a little bit quicker than we might have been able to do in-house.
Right.
And it just so worked out that Jeff and I had a good relationship. We were able to bring him in, his team in. He and I worked, I mean, it was hand in hand through the entire process. I was able to help select the equipment, right? Work through general dimensions and selections with him, receive his feedback on things that he wanted to try, right? Pass that to the client. Right now, I was playing the project manager right, of that. And so constantly going back and forth with Steven, Jeff, and making sure we chose the right things.
Because there's different inspections that need to happen throughout the process that rely on the pool builder, not so much you.
Correct.
Right. So if that communication is broken, you can't schedule what you have to do.
And I think that when you don't have that relationship or that communication, then the process isn't as smooth as it could be.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's important to have a good relationship, whether if you're the hardscaper with the landscaper, with the pool contractor, right, and everybody working together. For us, it's more so of a one-stop shop type deal, right? You have one company to talk to from the beginning to the end, right? And we have some clients that like to get involved with the pool builder. If we have different subs on site, we definitely have clients that want to talk to them at times. We still prefer to be there in the middle, so we make sure everybody's making the right decisions, that everybody's informed, and some of those conversations aren't derailing the project, right, or causing uncertainty on other things. So, yeah, I think there's a lot that goes into selecting the right team to do a project, because most of the time one company is not going to do everything in-house.
Right.
And there's times where, you know, when people hire Currin Outdoor, we could do the pool, the patio, the landscape, and the lighting in-house, but there's times where it's like, no, it actually makes sense for this other guy to do the planting, right, or the other guy to do the pool.
I've witnessed you're in those conversations with the customer at times. You're like, listen, you know, we could, but you're better off going here. Maybe if there's some construction, you know, maybe some, you know, they're trying to build like an indoor-outdoor room, or hey, I've got a guy for that.
Exactly.
I don't want any part. I'll assist and I'll guide and I'll help project manage and help coordinate, you know, but, you know, I don't want any money from it.
Sure. And, there's times where we might pass a referral.
Right.
There's times where we'll collect a project management fee, and then there's times where we'll GC it.
Yeah. I mean, I want to just thank you for your friendship, your partnership, and everything you've done for the hardscape community, for the Raleigh area, and you're kind of helping uplift the whole area as far as design goes. So I appreciate that. Thank you.